What single moment destroyed your childhood innocence forever? My 10-year-old brother Danny drowned while a lifeguard scrolled Instagram for 12 straight minutes. She got promoted. Danny swam like a dolphin. Every summer at our community pool, he'd shadow me around the deck, copying my stretches and begging for stroke tips. I was the varsity swim team captain, and he was my biggest fan. The kid was pure fearlessness in water, always pushing for one more lap. That July afternoon started perfectly. Danny practiced freestyle in the shallow end while I hammered out training sets for regionals. Families packed the deck, kids shrieking and splashing everywhere. I was locked in, chasing my personal best times. 20 laps later, Danny had vanished. The bathroom and snack bar were empty. We asked every kid on deck. Then I saw him floating motionless at the bottom of the deep end. I rocketed down and dragged him up. Blue lips, no pulse, no breathing. My hands shook as I screamed for help, frantically doing CPR like they drilled us in health class. Paramedics worked on his tiny body for 20 agonizing minutes before they gave up. Rebecca, the 20-something lifeguard, claimed she never saw Danny slip under. Security cameras told the real story. 12 consecutive minutes on her phone, scrolling social media while kids played unsupervised in the deep end. The sickening truth? This was Rebecca's third strike. 2 previous write-ups for phone distraction on duty. Management knew she was dangerous, but kept scheduling her because she never called in sick. Court was a grotesque theater where Rebecca sat in a pressed blouse and skirt, dabbing her eyes with tissues while her lawyer spun fairy tales. My client is a dedicated college student working multiple jobs to pay tuition. She's devastated by this tragedy. Devastated? I watched her check her phone during the prosecutor's opening statement, and when they played the security footage of 12 minutes of her thumb scrolling while my brother died, she covered her mouth like she was seeing it for the first time in what was clearly a pure performance. The prosecutor was a complete joke who treated Danny's death like a parking violation, mumbling through evidence like he had somewhere better to be, while Rebecca's lawyer painted her as the real victim by calling her overworked and underpaid, just trying to survive in America's harsh economy. They even called character witnesses who testified about her volunteer work at animal shelters, which made me sick because she was volunteering with animals while my brother rotted in the ground. I wanted to scream when the judge called it negligent homicide, like Danny accidentally fell into her negligence instead of drowning because she valued Instagram likes over human life. The sentence was a slap in the face. 6 months probation and community service with 0 jail time. The gavel fell, and Rebecca actually smiled at her lawyer. Outside the courthouse, rage consumed me like acid until I couldn't breathe or think straight, while my parents held each other looking ancient and broken. And meanwhile, Rebecca walked free, probably planning her celebration dinner. The real gut punch came 6 months later when Rebecca kept her lifeguard certification and got promoted to head guard at the community pool across town, which meant they actually rewarded her for killing my brother. My parents aged decades overnight as Dad's hair went completely gray and Mom stopped cooking Danny's favorite meals and buying the cereal he loved, while I abandoned swimming because every pool brought back that image of Danny floating there, perfectly still and silent, while his killer scrolled through selfies above him.